I've been here for 17 years now, and I'm involved in a lot of student organizations. So I'm the faculty sponsor for the Public Interest Legal Society, which is the student group that helps put on Adoption Day. I graduated from law school here at Baylor back in 1998, and I went back to my hometown in Southeast Texas to practice law and got involved in pro bono work as a young lawyer. One day I got a call from the pro bono coordinator, and she asked if I would take a case for Adoption Day. And I was very hesitant. I was like, I don't do family law, I can't do an adoption. And she explained that it was part of this program called National Adoption Day. That's a celebration across the country of foster care adoptions. And so I was just gonna pick up the file from there and help this family go through the final part of the process to make the adoption final and legal. I still remember kind of everything about that moment. I opened it up and I started reading the information about the little boy who was going to be adopted and his foster mother who was adopting him. And it was one of those moments that truly is life-changing. He was 5 years old at the time he was being adopted, and he had been removed from his mother's care when he was 18 months old. He was malnourished, he didn't speak yet, he wasn't walking. And then as I dug more into it, he had special needs, and he ended up being placed with this lady who was a nurse who cared for special needs children. And it was just one of those perfect matches, and she wanted to adopt him and be his mom forever. And it just so struck me that such a few little tasks by me and a couple of hours of time would have such a direct and just huge impact on the lives of these two people. And it was just really an honor to get to be part of that, and made me, really think about, how easy it is to help people sometimes, and if we just say yes, the difference that we can make. So after that, I took a case every year. In 2007, I was a volunteer attorney here in McLennan County for a family. And I went to the Adoption Day event, and much like it is everywhere, it's at the courthouse. And I just thought when I was leaving that day, I thought, every bad thing that they've experienced has been here. And then like the best, happiest day, they're back here. And so I approached the adoption supervisor at the time, Andrea Barnett, and asked her, could we move this to the law school next year? Like, I got this student organization, they want a project, they want something to do. It would really be nice for law students to see that sometimes as lawyers we just do something that's good and joyful. It's not always arguing with somebody and fighting. And so she loved the idea. And so in 2008, that was the very first one here in the law school building. So this year is our 16th year. This year we will hit over 400 kids being adopted here at the law school through this program. And it's just been a very rewarding experience to get to do that year after year. So we're standing in front of classroom 127 at the law school, and that is where all the final adoption hearings are going to take place on Friday. It's currently under construction, putting up the judge's bench, because Judge Munkowski will come and hear all the final adoption hearings right here at the law school. And this is supposed to be inspired by the movie Encanto, representing the Madrigal family home, because that's our theme for this year, family is everything. Our third year we did A Family's Love is to Infinity and Beyond, and it was inspired by Toy Story. One year we did Adoptions Are Awesomeness, and it was inspired by Kung Fu Panda 2, because Po finds out why his father is a goose and he's a panda bear, and it's because he was adopted. And so this year with Encanto, it's all about a family and having special gifts, and sometimes you might not realize exactly what your gift is right away, and maybe it takes a little bit longer for people to realize what that magic is that you have inside you. And so we kind of wanted to develop that this year with the idea of family is everything, and you're magic and you're special just because you're you. So that's kind of what the house is going to represent this year.
So I actually had heard about Adoption Day before coming to law school. I was stalking the Instagram page and saw how fun it was. And I knew I wanted to be a part of it once I got to school, so I began attending craft days and taking home crafts and doing little things like that. And it was so fun and so rewarding, and the actual day is just the most magical day of the whole school year, in my opinion. And so then when applications came out for a leadership position, I knew I wanted to be even more involved. Professor Fusilier tells us what the theme is every year in the spring. We kind of brainstorm, some ideas, some decorations, where we want to go, and then we kind of figure out the logistics of how many people are we going to need, how many craft days are we going to need, what type of materials. So everything you see is all just handmade by our lovely students at the law school. They're so artistic, and it's really nice because it's a great way to distract ourselves and kind of ease your mind of the stress of law school. And so the whole day is just a huge celebration, and so seeing just the amazing smiles on all of the family members' face, not only the children who are getting adopted, but their grandparents that come, their siblings that come, and they usually have matching t-shirts. And it's just a really exciting day, and there's lots of tears, but they're happy tears, and you know that these people have been looking forward to this day for so long. For some of these kids, it's almost their entire lives, and so just to know how special this day is for them makes it a special day for you.
This will be my 8th adoption day here at Baylor Law School. Nationally, we have the adoption month is November, and there's always one day that each county usually celebrates as National Adoption Day. So before being appointed as the judge, I represented foster children in the system, and I haven't been a part of such a big production as now being here in Waco and participating in the Adoption Day that Baylor Law School puts on. Over the last 8 years, we probably do an average of 20 to 25 each year. This year we have fewer families. I believe the number's 14 this year. Every child deserves a safe and stable home and to know that they're loved. But more importantly, to know that they are part of a family is what makes Adoption Day so special. For the children that can't go home, Adoption Day is just so special because it is the way that they become part of a forever family. Adoption Day is so fantastic for the children and families in McLennan County, Texas, who get to come to the law school and experience all of the work that Professor Fusilier puts in and all of the law school students. It is a tremendous amount of resources and time and energy and creativity, and they work nonstop to make it a magical day for all of these families and children. There are little areas where kids can play games or have face painting. It's just incredibly a magical day, and it's very special to me to be a part of such a wonderful experience.
I'd like to reiterate how grateful we are for the Baylor community, or in the Waco community, for donating and for contributing in any way, whether that's monetary donation or bringing food or gift items. We couldn't have put any of this together without their support, and so we're just very, very grateful for the continuous support throughout the many years that we've done Adoption Day.